Alright.
And it's on.
Hello YouTube, welcome to NASCAR Heat 4. Welcome to the Wholemade Veedverks Bandit Series race here at Kentucky. We are ready to go here for the Alsco 300 here at the Kentucky Speedway. Alright. Hello, Facebook Live. Oh, yep. Welcome to the Wholemade Veedverks Bandit Series race here at Kentucky. We're double wide and ready to go green. The 9 of Grizzly leads us to green here at Kentucky. We have 22 laps in this opening stage. And look at Grizzly. He just finished second in the trucks. And here he is back up here, ready to rock once again. But somebody new we haven't seen up here tonight, the 21 of Dakfu. He's up here to play. He led a couple laps in the truck race via pit cycle, but now he's got some speed. Look at him reel in that 9 car. Nice to mention again, look at the 08 of Randall on the podium. Very early in the race to really disclose anything more, but a nice run to start. Starting third does make the race a little bit easier. How about the 7 of Freak up into third? The 21 of Dakfu looking once again to the inside. He couldn't get down there. Grizzly still out in front. Dakfu trying to close the gap. How about Freak getting his back bumper beaten off by the 78? Is that clutch? Up into the 4th position. Dakfu, the 7, but yes, the 21 of Dakfu up the inside, trying to clear Grizzly through 1 and 2. Dakfu clear to the race lead. And now he's going to start to open up that gap on that 9 car. How about the 78 of Clutch? Around the outside he looks, and Corey's here to play in 5th. Clutch and Corey working around the outside. Clutch cleared a 3rd. Corey looking inside now to try to take that 3rd spot away. How about Randall putting himself in the top 5 and clear of Freak? Grizzly back up front trying to look to the inside of the 21. Dakfu hanging tough, but around the outside, here comes Grizzly back to the race lead and clear. And the 19 heading to pit road already. Randall up into 4th. Now looking to close the gap on the 78 of Clutch and move back onto the top 3. Don't look too soon. Here comes the 7 of Freak. Again, this battle going on for 4th. Freak down low. Randall up high. Randall clearing Freak back once again on the backstretch.
Oh, wow.
Freak now closing the gap, trying to get to the inside of Clutch. He's got down there. He's cleared a third. Sliding back up the track, though. Here comes Clutch with the crossover. Grizzly still leading up front. Clutch back in the third. Dan has lost a spot from 6th back to 7th. And that is the 98 of Pratt, man. Up in 6th as drivers coming to pit road. The 78 of Clutch. The 51 of Dan, the pit road.
I got a question for you, Arson.
Yes.
What do you think we're going to see different in this race than we did in the trucks?
More
what do you
pit
think
stops.
Is going to be different? More pit stops?
More turning left.
Other than the obvious.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think fuel strategy is going to be a little different. We might be a little more dependent on fuel mileage in the third stage. Again, also depends, do we get yellows?
Well, don't say that word, because that word you.
I said it last race and we were fine.
Well, I don't want to take
say
that
whatever
chance
I
that
want.
commentator's curse. All right, just remember that commentator's curse.
Yeah, I remember that I said it last race and nothing happened.
Yeah.
It's only when you say it, Ripper.
What, caution?
Yeah. Shut up!
And how about the 2? I believe that is Army. That is Army. He's splitting the 2 leaders up right now, being a lap car. Whoa, that 13 car is slow on the apron. And the 2 of Army on fresh tires trying to get back to the inside of the 9.
And he does.
He's on the inside. Can he clear Clutch into turn 3? He does so. But Grizzly's coming back to try to put him back 1 lap down. I never thought I'd see the leader fight so hard with a lap car, but Grizzly's just that fast he can fight a car on fresh tires. And there goes the 2 around the outside, and Dakfu looking to follow suit. Look at him around the outside trying to get the draft. Down the backstretch we go. Dakfu with slipstream help. Clears Grizzly, but Grizzly's coming to pit road anyway. So, Grizzly, the lone race leader on pit road.
No. Grizzly's the leader. Who will be the...
Dakfu is the leader.
But Army's the theoretical leader. Or the hypothetical leader.
The theoretical leader? Well, the leader is still in... Is still in the conversation because he was literally racing as the leader. They're only the theoretical leader when the person who's leading isn't traditionally competing for the race lead during the pit cycle. Well, Dakfu is still our race leader. We'll get to that in a moment. Dakfu continues to log laps. Miz is running second.
That too is
He's
on
fifth,
fresh
1 lap
tires.
down. So then who's second? Okay.
Yeah, who is second?
Oh, there's a wreck, the 9! The 9 of Grizzly up in the outside wall in turn 2. And he was competing for the race lead. Looks like he'll be out of it for this stage.
Damn, that sucks.
How about the 78 of Clutch? Closing the gap on the 51 of Dan. That looks to be a battle for position. Now the 21 of Dakfu into the pit lane.
Which gives the lead up to who?
No one at the moment.
Oh.
He had a good gap on the rest of the field. And now we get the 38 of Jesse. Remember, he even got to the race lead in the truck race. So anybody can get up here and lead a lap.
But the question is, just how long is he staying?
And here comes the 38 to pit road if he can figure out how to put the cart between the grass and the yellow line. Had a little trouble in turn 3, but he got it down there.
Hey.
And what did you see, Ripper?
I'm
sorry, Sticky.
I see the same thing probably he did. His car started to turn sideways.
Oh.
Yeah, in
you
the
mean
pits.
How you have to slow down on this game because the physics are trash? Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that too. No, when he went before he went in the pits, the car kicked sideways like it was trying to drift a corner almost before he went in the pits a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's what happens when you brake. The 0 of Devin up to the race lead.
It looks like he's saving or he's out.
No, he's saving. He's not out. He's going very fast if he's out of fuel. Pit road is closed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he saved in
remember
Cup last week.
He did. He won 2 races last week on fuel mileage. This is not news.
It's because he has that extra big tank in his car.
Oh. That's not going to pass inspection with 1 lap to go here in stage 1.
It's only 1 gallon bigger. What's the difference?
A lap.
A lap.
Oh, contact with the 38 trying to get a lap back. That 38 car is loose.
Loose as a goose. Hey, loose is
and the 0 of Devin, can he get to the start finish line under power? On the turn 4, he is. Devin's gonna win stage 1 here for the Bandits.
And he doesn't pull a Scooby. Isn't he already in the process?
And Devin trying to become the next Corey with strategy.
I don't think no one can beat the Corey strategy.
Except that Devin
the
did.
Corey. Did you just call him the Corey?
I did not.
No, Ripper just called him the Corey.
Anyway, V. Corey ended up finishing second in this stage. He did get beat by the 0 of Devin. Dakfu third, Dan fourth. Clutch rounds out the top 5. We're going to line these guys up double wide and try this again. But before we do that, make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Let's get back to the action here at Kentucky. Going to line these guys up double wide and try it again. Make sure you get a moment to catch your breath here. It's going to be a wide little stage. A little bit of field strategy back in the mix. We're double wide and ready to go. The 0 of Devin, the 19 of Corey, the front row. Green flag back in the air. And Devin already clear of the field with a 19 lapper on her hands. Now it'll be easier for these guys to try to make it without pitting this stage. We should see a little bit more of that. How about the 21 of Dakfu up on the inside, going to the race lead. Look at this pack of cars. Corey way up high, Devin in the middle. How about Clutch up the inside? This going on for second behind his 21. Contact, the 98 of Prattman trying to keep the car straight. He hit the 0 of Devin. He keeps it going straight, so Dakfu to the race lead calmly, followed by Clutch, Freak.
I'm watching this backpack because right now we got a 3 wide back here, 4 wide back here, 3 wide. Alright, back to 2 wide. They're trying to push 3 wide back here. And
they're going 4 wide back here.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, back up to the race lead. Clutch looking up high. All over the back bumper of the 21.
I'm sure Clutch is happy they weren't going 4 wide for the lead.
There's not 4 cars that are that fast.
Here.
And the 2 of Army into the outside wall slightly. How about the 7 of Freak trying to embed himself into the battle for the race lead.
The 3 wide back here.
The unsponsored 78 looking to close the gap on the 21. Rounding the outside now, can't get up there. I'll try to get the run on exit, slipstream the 21 down the back. Here we go into turn 3, clutches at the inside. He checks up for Dak to get him back to the inside lane. These two are going to continue to run nose to tail to try to increase the gap they have. The 7 of Freak has not been able to really gain since they've gone single file. Look back here, Corey and Devin, 4th and 5th. How about Spooby?
What's going
right now riding 6th, has a top 5 in sight.
But if they make a mistake and had too much contact and they spin out, it could cost the 15 because the 15 hit behind.
Corey trying his hardest to fend off that 0 of Devin. Devin running very nicely on the outside. It's been hard to get some runs up there, but now he gave up that inside to the 74 Spooby. Spooby's going to go ahead and take advantage of it and clear the 5th for the 74. The 0 now looks back up high and cleared once again. Spooby now into the top 5. Tries to fend off the 0 of Devin, looking high, back down low. And they can't look too soon. The 2 of Army looking to close the gap on that 0. The 19 of Corey. He's just testing the waters up there, seeing how slow he can be while still going fast. He'll check up the line. The 0 of Devin gets knocked out of line by Army. And the 9 of Grizzly clearing Devin, maybe no. Now clear. 9 laps left here in the stage. Again, these guys, they're gonna try to make it. I don't see many people pitting unless it's for strategy for stage 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and a moment for the 74 running up against that inside wall.
The doubles, the 0 takes a hit off the wall and hits, I believe.
He'll be okay.
The 4 of Miz.
He'll be okay. Well, Dakfu had a moment in turns 1 and 2. The 78 of clutch pulled right back up to that back bumper. It looks like they're lifting a little bit early into the corner to try to save some fuel. These guys, they only have to save about a lap.
And the 78's gonna try to make a move.
He's trying to get the 4th again. It's that inside lane.
I think the 21's running, saving more and more. Or he's running out.
Yes, he is. But that 21 and that 78, those are friends running up there. They're trying to save fuel together. '78's gone by. The 21 probably has less fuel in reserve. Remember, it's not as much of a deal at a mile and a half, but it still takes a toll. When you run in the draft, you just save a little bit more fuel, and that 78 has been running in the 21's draft almost all stage, saving a lot of fuel up on the inside lane now. Dakfu's falling to 3rd. We'll have 6 laps to go. This time by will be 5 laps to go in stage number 2. Spooby looking for a podium. And here comes a car to pit road. That'll be the 2 of Army. So right now, Clutch leads over Freak and Spooby, your top 3. How about Miz to 4th? Dakfu falls to 5th. 5 laps to go. And now move Grizzly into the top 5. He's trying to fend off the 13 of Bud. Here comes the 4 of Miz to the inside of the 74 Spoop. This going on for 3rd. Miz trying to get back onto the podium. And clear. 4 laps to go here in stage number 2.
Wow.
Now Freak running a little bit higher on the track. That's not helping him in the fuel saving department. Spooby running low on the track. Is he coming to pit road? No, he's just running slow. 3 laps to go. Clutch continues to lead. Freak and Miz the podium. How about Bud right now up to 4th? Devin looking to clear to 78 for 5th. And Miz now trying to close the gap up here on the 7 and the 78 to try to get them to race a little bit more.
I think the 78 saving a little bit more.
2 laps to go here in stage number 2. The 78 trying to hold on to what he's got. The 7, the 4, the 13, they're all coming fast.
Yeah, but the question is how fast can they go? Yeah, who's gonna spot it first?
Well, we're gonna find out because we're coming off of turn 4 and we'll have 1 lap to go here in stage 2. And there's the 7. He's sputtering. Oh, and he won't be able to pit. He's gonna have to sit and run out of fuel. At least he'll cross the start-finish line and not go a lap down. And here comes the 4 of Miz around the outside. Miz clear to the race lead. Oh, the 78 in the grass. And Miz trying to coast to the line. Looks like he's sputtering. Who's gonna get here?
Go, go.
And the 19 gets to the line. He'll win
8's out of
stage
gas.
2. by just inches over the 4-0, the 98, and the 51, the top 5. So Corey over Miz, Devin, Pratt, and Bud, actually the top 5 who will get stage points. That was close. We didn't know who was going to get here first. He was sputtering and sputtering, but he did get there at the end. But in second. And absolutely stealing the show here in stage number 2, the 19 of Corey. Well, if you thought that was wild, we still got one final stage tonight. Here we go. We're going to line these guys up double wide and try this again. But before you do that, make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. They're double wide and ready to go. The 19 of Corey's going to lead us to green over to 4 of Miz. And green flag back in the air. We've got a 53 lapper on our hands, so this stage will be a 2-stopper. And there will be very little fuel mileage involved in this stage. These guys will almost be able to split this stage evenly in 3 parts. So, boys, I think we're done with the fuel mileage for tonight, unless we get a magic C word to spice things up a little bit. Corey continues to lead over to 0 of Devin. Devin getting shoved up the track, and how about Bud going to second? They're 5 wide. And Dan up to second.
Oh.
Dan clears Bud. Here comes Dak. And now the gray 51 is going to try to chase down the gray 19. A bunch of people who like personality and color. So how about the 21 of Dakfu going to third? Clears the 4 and the 13 of Miz and Bud. Bud's dropping like a rock. Now Miz trying to make a comeback for the podium. Again, was oh so close to winning stage 2. I mean, by mere inches. Dakfu sliding up the track. Miz trying to get up there, but here comes the 78 of Clutch up the inside. Clutch goes to 4th. Trying to find his way in line, but Miz is fighting back on the outside.
Sorry, I was watching it back. Like, there was a lot of...
The battle for 3rd is getting rough. Now Miz under attack from the 98 of Pratt, man.
I believe that's...
And can confirm that the 38 of Jesse is lagging a little bit.
38 of Jesse. Behind April, behind Pratt.
And back up front, it's Corey broken away and Dan leading a train of cars. Dan needs to protect that inside lane or he's going to go back, back, back. But here comes Dak up the inside looking for second. Dak and Clutch. Clutch giving a little push to the inside, to the back bumper of the 21. The 21 working to the inside of Dan. Dak goes to second. Dan now trying to fight off to stay in third and stay relevant. Oh, and we can hear somebody's already complaining about the 51's lack of speed near the front.
Now, can that 78 and 21 work together?
They were working together up front, but are they faster together than the 19 of Corey? But this time they have, in their advantage, a whole train of cars. Except so did the 51, and he wasn't catching the 19. We're about 10 laps out to pit stops. Somewhere in that window, 8 to 10 laps, we'll see green flag pit stops for the first of 2 times this stage. And and Dan back into the wall. Here comes the 4 of Miz. And how about that? Dakfu and Clutch, they were able to pull away from the pack, but the gap between them and Corey is still about the same. It's almost embarrassing that Corey is faster, actually, than 2 cars working together.
That just shows how much speed he has.
That just shows who they have to go against every week in, week out.
Corey.
The Corey is the favorite. It doesn't matter where we go. You almost always have to think about that guy. Some guys may be fast at some tracks and others will be fast at different tracks. But Corey, almost every track on the schedule, he's up front. I've personally raced against him in the road courses, and he's just as fast there too. I mean, look at that. He's opening the gap to the 21. This is wild. So now Miz and Grizzly going at it for 4th. Grizzly into the wall. Here comes Miz. Miz will clear Grizzly up the inside into 4th place into turn 3. Grizzly's going to try to get the run through the entry of 3. Off of turn 4, he'll go high. He'll use the slipstream to try to draft him down the front stretch. And Dakfu's opened up the gap on Clutch. It's kind of hard to work together if they're not on the same playing field. So as it should be, it's every man for themselves as we approach the first round of green flag pit stops with a very, very green race to this point. Green evening to this point. Miz under attack from the 9 of Grizzly once again. Again, this for 4th. Grizzly up the inside. Here comes Prattman. He's here to play. Grizzly clears the 4th. Now Prattman seeks out 5th.
Huh. I think...
And Prattman does get the 5th. Miz trying to get the crossover, but Prattman's able to block that. Actually, Prattman had an issue all the way on the apron. Miz is going to try to get around the outside. Here comes the 9 of Grizzly, the pit road.
Emerson.
Yes.
Could you see Corey pitting in 5 laps?
I see everybody pitting within 3.
Within 3. Okay. Challenge accepted.
I mean, tires are degrading fast, and there is very little fuel in the pickup. How about the 78 heading to pit road now?
Right, that was one lap in, the 78's going. When's the 19 and the 21 going?
Yeah, the 74, the 10, the 13, the 7, or I'm sorry, not the 13, the 7 though, and the 2, and the 08 all coming to pit road. Here comes the race leader. Corey's in, guys.
And here comes the 21.
Yep, he'll bring in
him.
the 21 with him. They're also bringing the 4, the 98, the 51, the 13. What did I tell you? Everybody's going to pit within 3 laps. What did I tell you?
Everybody's gonna follow Corey is what?
All right, bud. We don't
Everybody
have to...
right now is hoping that Corey gets the worst pit stop ever in his career, and they get the best.
What I think, at least everybody in this party right now, they're trying to figure out what kind of flavored chips you got, because that bag is all over that mic.
Whoops.
Here comes the 19. He is down and away. Almost no competition on pit exit or on the racetrack. Here comes Corey getting up to speed. He'll be racing the 78 at Clutch on pit exit, but Clutch just gets up to second. And no more. Corey's gone. So, one more round of green flag pit stops left in this race.
That makes you wonder on what his pit stop was.
4 tires and fuel. Not a doubt.
How long it was.
Somewhere between 14 and 16 seconds.
I say it was 13.8.
Anyway, Clutch up to second over Dakfu, and he has a decent-sized margin over Dakfu. Dakfu was a little bit faster than the 78 over the long run, though. We'll see if that comes into play later in the stint. So we have the 19 of Corey over the 78 of Grizzly, the 21 of Dakfu, the 9. I'm sorry, the 78 of Clutch, the 21 of Dakfu, the 9 of Grizzly, the 4 of Miz, the 98 of Prattman, the 2 of Army, the 51 of Dan. They're going out at... the 2 is 1 lap down, but the 51 of Dan in 8th. Sorry, 7th. Yeah, we have the 10 of 2 words sat 8th, the 13 of Bud 9th, and the 74 Spooby will round out the top 10. Sorry for the confusion. I'm kind of doing this by hand.
What do you mean by hand?
Counting on my hands.
Emerson, I'm kind of glad you're here for this, because after green flag pit stops, it's a whole mumbo jumbo for me. I can't remember nothing after they start pitting.
Well, I try, but I'm still not perfect. Again, the 2 is 1 lap down, but running with lead lap cars. He was running with the 51. Dan has since pulled away a little bit. He's cleared him at least. Not really pulled away.
Not yet.
How about Miz trying to close the gap on Grizzly? Again, the battle for 4th rages on. Also, the battle for 2nd between Dakfu and Clutch has been settled a little bit. Dakfu back up to 2nd. This battle for fourth is going to go on for a while. Grizzly and Miz, they've been running near each other nearly the entire race. Miz looks it down low, back into turn 3. And Miz clears up to fourth. Is he fast enough to try to catch Dakfu and Clutch? Probably not. But we'll see. But he's back under attack from the 9 of Grizzly. That was slam poetry. So now Miz trying to fend off that 9 car. He does have... Grizzly has the help of Slipstream to get back into this battle for position. And here we have 26 laps to go at the start-finish line. Corey takes it, 26 to go. Dakfu and Clutch, they're still battling for second, and Miz and Grizzly going at it for fourth. How about Randall? He was running decent earlier. Again, start of the race, he was running in third. But he's back here with the 0 of Devin, who also won stage 1. They're back outside the top 10. Oh, the 7 of Freak has an issue on the backstretch. My guess is the 7 of Freak right now is 11th, Randall 12th, Devin 13th, Jesse 14th.
Now, do you see any other cars catching Corey after the pit cycle? Next pit cycle?
Almost not a chance. There has to be a magic C word for that to happen. He is too fast.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a race for second. A lot of weeks it is with Corey. Today is no different. It is a race for second. Well, it's because you're trying to run default and they're running full setups.
They're running the setups that their coaches,
Their coaches?
Okay, I'm sorry. I refer to them as
Crew
coaches.
chief.
I'm sorry. I refer to them as coaches. Everybody else refers to them as crew chief.
I've never heard a crew chief been called as a coach unless they're like coaching their driver on the radio.
My thing is they're there to help you.
They're there to lead their team. That is what they're doing.
Exactly.
That's the chief
They're
of
a
their
coach.
crew.
A coach leads their team to victory.
No, they have coaches when they're practicing on the weekdays. How about Miz closing the gap a little bit on the 78 and the 21? Oh, there's a problem with the 78 up, down low on the track. 20 laps to go, this time by the start-finish line. Here go. How about the 9 of Grizzly, the pit road? He's making his final pit stop.
2 of Army coming out of pit road.
Oh, and it's day done for the 2 car. He has pulled it behind the wall. But this 2 car was competitive a little bit.
The two cars going straight to the pit, or going straight to the garage.
Oh. And the 2 car is being consumed by a safety truck. So here comes the 08 and the 78's wrecked it coming to pit road. He was battling for second. And he just got going. Oh, and the 74 spun it onto the racetrack.
At least he ain't running out of gas. No, never mind.
Here comes the 4 of Miz, the 19 of Corey. Pass-through penalty on the 10 car, illegal pit entry. 74 slow on the back. Out of fuel is the report. Very slow on
19
the 18.
in pit road.
He has been on pit road for a lap now.
Uh-oh.
And the 19's just got plowed on the pits.
Can the 74 make it to pit road? Wonder how fast it's going. 5 miles.
And the 74 has made it to pit road. The 10 is serving his pass-through penalty. The 38's on pit road. And Grizzly goes by for second on Dakfu. Grizzly and Dakfu now duke it out for second.
They need to work together so they can catch that 19 of Corey.
No one's catching them.
They can if they worked hard enough.
The 19 is so far ahead, and we're under 20 laps to go now. There has to be a magic C word, or he has to make a mistake. There's just no way Corey is going to get caught.
He could probably go get ice cream from the pits and still be fine.
Corey could serve a drive-thru and still win this race.
Oh my god.
Oh, and the 38 comes out right in front of the leader. Corey has to dive down. That was a scary moment. And now the 38 has fresh tires and could have a go right back at the 19. Fair point. So the 4 of Miz is clear of Grizzly. Dakfu up to second. So it's Dakfu, Miz, Grizzly, and Prattman, your top 5. Well, second through 5th. You're not missing anything at the top of the pylon. The 38 riding in the tire tracks of the 19.
Is this a car trying to unlap himself?
This is 12 laps to go. I mean, we haven't seen the 38 up here all day. I don't see why he'd be battling him for the lead.
That's true.
Actually, I believe I have to retract my statement if he led laps on pit stops. Coming around to 11 laps to go. Corey's still fending off a lap car on slightly fresher tires. Who knew Corey's race would come down to a lapper with 11 laps to go?
Who would have thought about it?
And Grizzly has lost pace. He's fallen out of the top 5. Dan in the 5th, Prattman the 4th. The 19 has hit pit road. That makes sense. He pitted early. He pitted before. Oh, there's a wreck! V08 into the wall in front of the race leader.
Damn.
Wow.
The 10 car is slow on the apron out of turn 2. So the 19 of Corey has a damaged front end. Not much panic in that camp.
Yeah, you can still do it.
2 cars in front of the 19 car. That is the 10 and the 38, my sources would say. That is correct. So, further back in the pack, we have the battle for 6th. Clutch and Spoopy going at it. 6th. Clutch is set. 6th. Spoopy is lap. Grizzly's back to 7th. Bud in 8th. Oh, that's right. He pitted. So, Bud in 7th. I think he's had enough fun with his lap cars for today. Five laps to go. This time will be 4 laps to go for the 19 car. Can he make it? Pushing 300 on the temp. He's got a decent margin to the 21. He should be able to back off a little bit and keep it at a high RPMs with 4 to go. His goal should then to be keep it somewhere about 7,000, maybe 6,500 RPMs to keep it from really overheating. Three laps to go for Corey. Or less than 3 to go anyway. So how about that? Tonight we run both events caution free. As we come through the final 2 corners, 2 laps to go here at Kentucky. Caution free, but not incident free. The 19 of Corey has 3 miles left in the Bluegrass State. Corey trying to complete the sweep. One lap to go for the 19 of Corey. He's got a huge margin. No need to push from here. Keep that engine running decently warm.
Don't get taken out by a lap car if they wreck.
He's not even gonna try to catch the lap car in front of him. And through turns 3 and 4, what else is new? A sweep on a Tuesday night for the 19? How about that? Corey will win here at Kentucky. Oh, and the 38's destroyed it on the front stretch.
Again?
So how about this? We have Corey, Dakfu, Miz, Prattman, Dan round out your top 5. Clutch, Bud, Devin, and Freak. The last cars on the lead lap. Oh, Bud did get to 6th. Bud got to 6th over Clutch. Then Devin and Freak, the last cars on the lead lap. Jesse, the first car, 1 lap down in 10th. The rest of the field: 11th Grizzly, 12th Spooby, 13th Two Words, 14th Randall, 15th Army. He pulled it into a safety truck and was devoured by a safety truck for the second half of stage 3. I hope he enjoyed it. Alright, so we're going to try to get our post-race interviews with Corey, Dak, and Miz. Corey, a 31.206, top of the charts.
The Corey, top of the charts.
I'm sorry, not a 206, a 31.168, top of the charts.
Dang. Don't run out of gas in your daily life.
Alright, looking for a Miz, a Dakfu, and a Corey. Make sure you let us know. Well, Corey and Dak. Corey, Dak, make sure you let us know when y'all are good. And Corey will contemplate life and see if he's going to do an interview.
That's a once in a lifetime deal.
I can get him to do interviews sometimes. Depends on the situation around me.
The situation around that sounds so wrong.
Well, it's true. But only Corey knows what I'm talking about.
You're not helping yourself when you say that.
I'm not. Alright, Miz, Dak, y'all know what to do. Y'all been interviewed before. Just let us know when you're good. Dak, you good? Alright. Well, we're gonna get our interview started here with our third place finisher, driver of the number 4. Miz, you got to third. It took a little fighting and clawing there in that third stage. Tell us about your third stage and how the car handled.
Well, the car handled well. I just wish I could have not made a few mistakes early in the race. Cost me a lot of track position. Took a lot of time to back up through the field, so my last stage was...
If it's at... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
If it's any consolation prize, you're 10th on the weekly leaderboard.
Nah. That doesn't put a win in the column.
That's fair. You've been pretty consistent all season. How's this one any different? A little bit more on the fuel mileage side in the first 2 stages at least, not really this final stage, kind of, but not really. And how have you just done with fuel mileage this season?
Well, Corey got another stage win on full fuel mileage, a nose of a vehicle. That was heartbreaking. I was barely hoping to get that stage win, but the cars handled really good. It was fast. And just track position killed me. Just trying to take it easy at the beginning of the run cost me too much positions.
All right, it's a little bit of finding that balance. It gets the best of them. All right, well, you're heading into the playoffs in a couple weeks. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling like I have a shot. I've been getting pretty consistent towards the end of the season, picking up that momentum, and that's all I need.
You were a championship competitor last season. Do you feel like you can replicate this season?
There's a lot of good players still in here. I feel like I have a good shot, but I ain't looking that far ahead. I just need to worry one week at a time, just to keep making it through, and then hopefully find myself at the end in the top 4.
Absolutely right. You guys got any questions for
him? No, but congratulations on your 3rd place finish, though.
Thank you, guys.
It was a hard-fought, clawing 3rd place finish, but you passed everybody who you needed to pass to get onto the podium. So congratulations with that. No, it's not exactly the race you wanted, but good luck to you tomorrow in hopes for a better one.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate you guys up there. Good win, Corey. Good job in 2nd place, Zach.
Thank you.
All right. We are joined by our 2nd place finisher, driver to number 21, Dakfu. You were fast, just not fast enough. You're 5th on the weekly leaderboard, if that's anything for you. But tell us about your car. Could you done anything differently? Looks like Corey had this one figured out.
No, I could run about the same times as him, but Corey's extremely consistent, and that's how he's able to win all the time. My car handled amazingly. Like, the car was fast and all that. Just tried on at the win, but couldn't get there.
It looked like today you weren't really at the mercy of strategy. You were able to kind of stick with it really for the most part. It was not that hard to follow, I think. What were your thoughts on the fuel mileage throughout the stages, and then what ended up just being kind of a 2-stopper there at the end in the final stage?
Oh, well, the fuel mileage sort of stunk because people say fuel and I didn't. But no, it was alright. The 2nd stage I tried saving some fuel, and I was leading, but I finished, I believe, 7th. And then, as you said, the final stage didn't really have any strategy. It was just go on and get it. But it is what it is. I just want to say this, though. I wish I had a better pit crew.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought race for you. I mean, it looked like to me you did everything you could. You guys got any questions for him?
No, but congratulations on 2nd.
Thank you.
I do. So did you do anything different in this race, in the Xfinity race, than you did in the trucks?
No, I did the same thing. My truck was quick, but I got a speeding penalty, so that pretty much ended my run there. And yeah, it was just same thing.
All right.
Well, it was again a hard-fought 2nd place, but that's all she wrote.
Exactly.
I'm sure you're gonna throw the kitchen
for
sink.
second place.
You're gonna throw the kitchen sink at your cup car overnight and try to get you one tomorrow. So good luck to you in that one, and good luck to you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
We're gonna get one from Corey.
Nope.
Okay.
That's our answer.
You should know the answer by now to that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, boys.
Well, he gives interviews. It's just very rare does he give an interview.
It depends on the situation, like I said.
Yeah.
But it was a clean, mean, green races tonight. Not a single caution flew tonight besides the stage yellows.
Oh, I'm surprised.
What are y'all's takes on that?
So my actually Sticky, if you want to go first, you can.
No, you can go.
All right. So my take of it being caution free is everyone got to experience what their car would do on a long run. That's good. But I think some of them wanted to test it on a short run. Yeah, they had their stages, so that's considered a caution, and they can consider that as a caution if they want, but it's technically the end of stage caution. It's
Still technically a caution because you have to go at a pace behind a pace car.
Exactly. So they got to test it on their short runs and their long runs, and it looked like that we had a lot of short run and long run cars in the pack tonight. But even with that being said, it's still a good race. It went caution free. I think we went caution free in the trucks as well too.
Yep, the entire night we didn't have a single caution besides the stage yellows.
Not one caution.
Now I ask you,
that's pretty good.
What makes you say that you think the drivers are trying to work on their long run or their short run cars, kind of knowing that they can kind of feel the tension in the race almost non-existent, and it probably going to go caution free? What makes you say that they wanted to get their short run cars figured out?
So what it is if they can get their short run cars memorized, like if they want to have like a short run car, or if they want to have a long run car, or if they want to have both, that's good. If they can get both short run and long run, they'll be set, because the minute a caution comes out, they'll have that short run car to back them up, and then later on they can get that long run car to come out and do the long run that it needs to do. Right,
but I don't think they necessarily really wanted to be forced into a situation with that. I think, unless they obviously only had a short run car, but I don't think they were going to try to work on their short run car unless that's all they had.
Well, what was your intake to tonight with it being caution free for the whole night?
Well, it being caution free, it allowed the drivers to kind of get a feel for the track early in the stages because they ran caution free, and it kind of allowed them to kind of control their own destiny. If there's a lot of cautions, you're at the mercy of, I gotta avoid these wrecks, and I gotta, do I pit? Do I not pit? If there's like 5 cautions, do I pit on the first one? Do I pit on the 5th one? Do I pit on the 3rd one? This and that. You're at the mercy of the race. Where if it goes caution free, you're at your own leisure. People made their own mistakes tonight, but not because of other people.
Exactly.
It was great. It was a great night of just green flag racing. What do you think we're gonna see tomorrow night?
I think we're going to see green flag racing the entire race.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past it. My prediction tomorrow would be maybe 1 caution. Maybe.
But that's a big maybe, though.
But why I say that is just the race is longer. That's really it. Maybe somebody blows a tire. I don't know by how many exactly. But maybe somebody blows a tire and collects somebody. You never know. Something random could happen. We'll just have to see. And you'll have to see. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Overnight, I want you to go to your laptop, your smartphone, go to the address bar, type in Veedverks.com. Once you're on that site, pick out whatever you want, add it to your cart, and then on checkout, use promo code VCOS for discounts on whatever CBD-based products and needs you decided to check out tonight. It would mean a great bunch for us here at the Wholemade Veedverks series of leagues. They've supported us the past 2 seasons, and again, it would just mean the world for you to reciprocate that back. Well, until then, again, y'all listen to your health officials, your government officials, stay inside and stay safe, social distance yourselves, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
Exactly, and you guys all have a good night. Again, check it out. We'll be back live tomorrow.